Hello everybody, NCS here, and welcome back to me apparently redoing my Let's Play intro. I really seem like I want to do Let's Plays, huh? Anyway, streams are more fun though because you don't have to edit, I didn't say that. Anyway, wow, but that really just sounds like a Let's Play intro. I mean, what did you say last time in the stream? Yeah, let's just delete that here. It's just a copy of that other file there. Yeah, last stream I unlocked the nightmare. It's not even a difficulty, it's another mode where you have to, you know, fight Zangetsu as fallen into darkness. So yeah, whatever I said at the last time at the end there, forget all about it. Jabel is the big bad of Ritual of the Moon. At Journey's End, Zangetsu protected his allies at the cost of forgetting how to read. At the cost of succumbing to the darkness. In order to stop him, his allies venture forth once more. They may have to take their allies' life, but can they still save his soul? Anyway, yeah. This time around, we immediately start with our three companions, and that also explains why there were, you know, those different pathways that you couldn't reach without them. I mean, you can go back another levels, which I found out. Also, speaking of finding stuff out, why is R2 my pause button? Like, okay, if we go to the options real quick here. First off, how I handled it last time is I mapped my keyboard, my controller to the keyboard. And guess what you cannot do with the keyboard? You cannot map the pause button. Instead, you have to use escape to go back here. Which you can't, which I haven't mapped on my controller either. And P is pause for some reason. Like, why would I ever try to use P? Unless I mapped it on my controller, which I didn't, and I just thought escape was pause because it's the back button. That's how it tends to work. Also, the other thing is, if we go back to the options and to controller, yeah, here you cannot map the pause button either. Which, thanks, now it's on R2, which I would never. I think I just resetted it. I think I just resetted everything. Yeah, I did. Oops. Yeah, I think the rest is fine. Yeah. The bumpers are still correct, but my controller thinks that, yeah, like, how controllers tend to work is that, oh dear. Why? I thought I fixed it! Jumping and attacking are mixed up. Let me fix that real quick. Live, everybody! What? Oh. You know, if you actually read, then you might be... I'm just used to jump being the first option there. Good intro, right? Screwing up on a spectacular level at the very beginning of the stream. You know it's an NCS stream with that, don't you? Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, with controllers, it's usually handled like every button is assigned just an ID, and this ID could be something like button 9. And every controller handles these button IDs differently, and for some 9 is pause, whereas for others 9 is R2, so now I'm stuck with R2 as my yeah, it's my pause button. Great. Anyway, I didn't mean to complain as much about my controller. Which, actually, this game here does, yeah, we know about that. this game does actually recognize my controller, which is a rarity with Steam games online for me. Like, I think this is the only game so far that recognizes my controller without having to map it on the keyboard. Which is why I didn't even try it to begin with. Yeah, I wanted to do some game analysis there, and holy shit, you can skip a lot of the level if you have your companions there. Up to Sangetsu you had to go quite a bit around, you know. I forgot how pitiful his attack range was. And I know I could just walk below those chandeliers and they won't hit me, but sliding so much more. Ah! Help! Is so much more getting me hit. Is this slide actually an attack? I wonder. Probably not. I'm not even gonna risk it. Huh. I'll take it. Yeah, and another... That's one of the places, or space I'm at, where only Miriam can go through. No sort of reward, though. Unless you consider this here. Can we freeze the frozen monster? No. It was worth a try. I mean, we can just destroy it quickly, but eh, where's the fun in that, right? And another one. Uh-oh. Now, the Sangetsu, we could just use this down special weapon, or sub-weapon. Currently, I do not have such a thing. I only have the Holy Cross! I wonder, how much damage does that thing do anyway? Like, do all the sub-weapons deal the same amount of damage or not? That's something I'd like to know, and I just remembered that, the good boy here... Hey, Mew! Yeah, the good boy here gets, I just wanted to say hearts, but no, it's magic, or weapon energy in this game. I'm just so used to hearts being the weapon energy in Castlevania games. It's so weird! Anyway, I wonder how this boss battle is gonna work with a different team. I mean, you can still cheese him. And he may never hit me. Oh god. I have rage! There's nothing you can do about it. Oh my god, I don't even need to stand on anything. Wait, that attack was new. Maybe because for once I wasn't standing. Wait, he hit me? Oh my god, that's cool. They changed the bosses. They changed how the bosses work. That's nice. So it's not just the same mode all over again. It actually has differences. I like that. I also got my ass handed to me because of that, but you know. Actually, I can totally hit it with Jabel here. I can also totally die here. I'm an idiot! I should be more careful! Why am I not surprised that you like this Fox game of Mew? Alright, and... Huh? Is he not done yet? It looked like it. Or is he? Ah, right, that's what it was. From what I've heard, if you actually dodge these desperation attacks, you get a life. I mean, considering that I ended the regular mode with 11 lives, I don't think I have it all too necessary, but, you know. It is kind of cool that you're being rewarded for knowing how a boss works, like, for knowing how Oh yeah, the boss is doing desperation attack, and that's how you dodge, so you get a reward. Except that this game hands out extra lives like candy anyway, so. But still, it's always nice to end up to end the game with double-digit lives, or max lives, or with broken images lives because the game didn't expect you to go over 99, and it then tries to do hexadecimal. Thanks for the host, Jay. Also, hey, Jay. Didn't even acknowledge you until now, eh? I am not gonna take this knife, but speaking of the sub-weapons here, I'm doing fine, how about you, Jay? Speaking of the sub-weapons, I do love it how they're now in separate candle, or not candles, but in separate lanterns. So you can now immediately see, okay, this candle here has a sub-weapon in it, so I am not gonna pick it up because I already have exactly what I want. It's such a nice change from the original Castlevania games. Like, the classic ones, I mean. Or even the non-classic ones, like, all the Castlevania games, even the Metroidvania games that had sub-weapons you could collect, like Symphony of the Night. They always just stored them in lanterns that looked exactly the same. Also, am I going backwards just now, or what am I doing? I think I am. Then again, that dude here is telling me to go to the left. So maybe I'm going the right direction. Except it's weird to go down and to the left in the Castlevania game. Usually it's up and to the right. And I almost grabbed that, even though I said, yeah, now it's your own fault if you do, because they clearly show you that that's a sub-weapon. Speaking of sub-weapons, though, I think I need one that attacks downward. Don't think any of these characters have such a thing, though. I mean, that works, though. Range! It is really an... Oh. Knockback! Well, that's bad. I just lost the best character because of stupidity. I mean, that's how I tend to... Oh no! This is bad! Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure Legend of Zelda would be better if you actually were a fox. I mean, wouldn't everything be better if you were a fox? Or a cat, one of the two. Oh, nice, I got a 1-up. Speaking of 1-ups, it's really strange in a way how... I mean, it's not really strange, but it... Like, assuming you only have one character and you lose a life. That makes things a lot more difficult, doesn't it? Right now I have basically, with every life I gain, I get 3 extra lives in a way. Because I have 3 different characters who all have their own health bar. Which is not shared. I think in Castlevania 3 the health bar was shared. So you could just... Every character you had just meant different... Goodbye, Bat. Just meant different, you know, different abilities. You had, what's the word I'm looking for? You had a lot of options, you know? But here, a different... Can I go up here? I mean, it's up an actual path. Oh, right, you can do that. No, I think that's a path back. Okay, let's ignore that. Yeah. I think I should just fly over him. Do you turn around? No? But there's another one. Oh shit, they do turn around. Fuck! Maybe I shouldn't have tried to cheese this. Mistakes have been made. Oh god! Oh god, this ice lance is broken! Freeze, mortal! You, your projectile shall perish! Oh shit, this guy's frozen. I'm screwed now. I probably should try to get a fire shield out of that, but I want to keep my ice weapon. No! I think I need to lose a life now. I need this magic container. I need to up my magic. I'm sorry, old man, but you need to die. What? I'm not gonna let this this magic container just lie down there. No, in hell I'll do that. Also, speaking of good stuff. It's kind of nice how all of the characters have entirely different stats and different ways in how they try to accomplish their goals. Actually, I think the fire shield would have been better. Like, Miriam is all about range and high jumping because she's a Belmont. Not Sci-Fi is all about magic. And otherwise incredibly terrible. And not Alucard here, I mean, he's not Alucard. But all of them have different range, different... like Jabal here, with him attacking slightly upward with his bats, like... even just so much as choosing your attack is a nice consideration, you know? It's something you have to consider, is what I mean to say. And with Zangetsu around as well, like, with Zangetsu around, you have somebody who can attack fast but doesn't have a lot of range. You have Miriam, who has a long range but otherwise attacks fairly slowly. With Jabal, you can attack upward, and, I mean, you better don't attack at all with the Alchemist. Why can I never remember your name, dude? I know it's a dramatic name, so I should remember it, because I tend to do that. Was he just called Alfred? I don't remember. Ah, cool, you can destroy the... oh. Perfect positioning there. God, I'm doing terribly. Uh-oh. Okay, they updated this boss too. I mean, they probably updated all the bosses for this mode. Which reminds me, uh-oh, I'm about to die. So, right, ah! Crud. I just wanted to say, it's nice how you could, in theory, dodge the icicles falling down with Miriam's slide. Assuming that you can... that you don't dodge too far, because her slide is incredibly long. But, well, now she's dead. Now I can't do that anymore. Nah, don't have the range. Now I did, but now I need to go. That didn't work. Okay, how are you supposed to dodge that? I guess slightly shimmying to a direction. Huh. That was bad, but I couldn't move, I think. Oh! I did not expect that, to be honest! Holy shit! Too close for comfort. Oops. The projectiles here block my bats. And... Ooh. Oh no. Oh my god, how am I still alive? I do not know. Die already! Uh-oh, I'm out of magic. Crud! So much for the game analysis prefix in my title there. I'm not analyzing anything. I'm way too scared to do that. The bubbles are, yeah, they're flying at you. I mean, that's what they have to do, kind of. Uh-oh. Yeah, didn't realize how close the icicle was there. But it's kind of cool, like... I wonder if the fire shield's actually good in this boss, because you could, in theory, use it to, well, that thing isn't. I don't think. Will I even make it to this boss? The answer shall be no. It seems like for every character here, there's something you can... you could use every character for something of this boss here, and that didn't work. I didn't use my magic time. Like with Miriam, you can dodge the icicles by sliding. With Jabel, you can just attack slightly upwards, which is kind of nice since the enemy is kind of flying in the air. With our alchemist, wow, I'm getting annihilated. Really? It's not Sci-Fi, it's the one who actually did not get damaged here, really? No comment. Yeah, let's keep the fire shield. I want to try it out against the boss. Yeah. And I wonder how good the fire shield is going to be against all the bubbles. Like, it would seem like the bubbles just, get destroyed with one hit of the fire shield, and I think the fire shield is timed. So... how did I take this much damage already? Alright, concentration mode. Oh, okay, if you try to use the sub-weapon here, you'll automatically jump. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I forgot about this part. And I suppose you have to jump... Screw you too, boss. Yeah. Okay, this is ridiculous. That seems a little unfair to the boss. What are you doing? Okay. Uh-oh. I'm amazed the icicle did not hit me. I was certain I'd be getting hit by it. And jump. I do not have enough power left. Oh. Through too many sickles. God. How is he the one? Oh. Yeah, that was inevitable. But when your alchemist is the one dude with the most life still left, speaking of the most life still left, I'm dead. I didn't expect the bosses to be this much more difficult. Or maybe I'm just doing worse than yesterday, that's also possible. Okay, the enemies despawn if you enter the boss area, which is good. Nah. The stiff jump is a... Okay, let's just restart over. But yeah, the stiff jump is a bit of a problem with how you have to land into the icicles to dodge the attack of the enemy, you know? But still, they are giving you the... they are giving you the tools, just that I'm not good at using them. This fire shield is a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, for some reason I thought yesterday that the fire shield wouldn't be able to block those projectiles, like the I don't know what. But it actually is pretty good. Now I kind of wonder if every bat does one full point of damage, or... That's the thing, how much damage does a regular attack do? Does it do 1 point of damage? If so, does a bat do a full point of damage? Or does it do... Yeah. And now I just realized I could actually just totally fly over the... over the enemy's attack. Also, you could still jump backwards and hit forward. That's still possible. It should probably be used in this battle if you want to save some weapon energy. I mean, I'm still gonna throw my Holy Cross because it is the holy crap. There's some damage there. I'm kind of feeling reminded of playing a shoot 'em up where you just shimmy to one side as well at times to dodge projectiles. And I mean, any boss that feels like a shoot 'em up boss is a good boss in my eyes. Didn't want to risk getting between those icicles there. The boss does move slightly faster than you, so you have to be careful with how you position yourself. Ah, crud. Not moving fast enough. Definitely not moving fast enough. Okay, I do have to be careful now. I only have 3 life left with the 2 people who are really good against this part here. Ha! We made it! Except I have absolutely no clue how to dodge this part here. I'm just gonna... Okay! I'm not gonna fly up there! Now I wonder, had I de-transformed in time, I probably would have dodged that. Huh. Maybe. I don't know. His transformation speed doesn't seem the fastest. Yeah, let's, I mean, now it's late anyway, but I suppose I'll keep the fire shield for now. It does seem good, like against those guys. They try to fall on top of you? Haha! Fire shield! Oh my god, this actually works! No! I'm an idiot! Okay, if I ever get the bad transformation back... Bad transformation, yes. If I get the bad transformation back, exactly. No, if I ever get the fire shield back, I want to know if we get a flaming bat. I really want to know that now. Also, no. Bat dog. Fire? Ah, good enough. Create platforms! I wonder if they unfreeze at some point in time. Yes, they do. Run! God, Jubel is really good against anything that jumps. Which I approve, like, it's always good if you have sub-weapons that deal with all possible scenarios, but it's even better when you have different characters who all fit a purpose. With their regular attack already, I mean. Like, every character here does fulfill a purpose with Miriam, you know, being the ranged attacker, this dude being really good at freezing stuff, or, you know, having powerful magic but little else, and Jabal being the, what, platforming? Hell no! kind of guy. And of course, Zangetsu being the fast attacker. I certainly hope that those are not instant death. Oh god, you take 3 hits? Damn. Can you duck under it? Yeah, it seems like... It even seems like you can, yeah, you can totally stand below it. I do not want that. Forget it. Yeah. I think you can still duck below these here. I'm not gonna go to the stairs because, yeah, wow. Because I'd probably be a little bit taller trying to go down the stairs and they'd hit me at the very start of going down. God damn these Medusa heads. They still know how to dodge everybody. Can I block fire with fire? Yes I can. Yeah. You know what? Now I really wish I still had the ice weapon. But then again, I mean, this works too. I mean, sure, I'm not freezing my enemy, but... Aww. Why? Stop falling down! Woo, ultimate magic! Sorry, Fire Shield, but this is the ultimate magic. Yeah, Jabal can tank another hit if necessary. Alright, Ami, see you later. When I said I could take a hit, I didn't mean immediately. I mean, the Holy Cross also works. Now, I wonder how the boss of this level has changed. Okay, apparently that heart max up slightly heals you. Because the upcoming boss, the last time he was fairly easy. So I wonder what are they going to change now. I mean, okay, we don't have Zangetsu anymore, so we cannot attack him as fast anymore. But that should still be fine, right? And this time around, we do have the ultimate magic. And that was just a total miss. Unless actually destroying the money also hurts the boss, but I mean, they make it kind of look like it, but I don't think it actually does. Oh, right, that it was a means to attack his face. You know what, let's just ignore you. I wonder if you can actually attack the hands. I mean, you should be able to. Well, the hands certainly can attack you. Yeah, I don't think you can attack the hands, and I certainly don't want to try it out with only having 3 life on Jabel. Okay, if we can dodge this, we will get a 1-up, which... How am I back to 4 lives? Hadn't I lost like 2 of them? What up? It is an interesting mechanic that the desperation attack, if you dodge it, does give you a 1-up. I'm certainly not against it. And from now on, the enemies start getting quite a bit bulkier. Now I'm thinking, since in this game, to make points more attractive, they're giving you 1-ups every 20,000 points? I'm not entirely sure, actually. It seemed like it last time, at least. Let me take a look at the life, the point counter. I'm only 200 points away from that. Sure. What am I doing? Ah, almost killed myself. Yeah, it's apparently every 20,000 points. But yeah, what I wanted to ask is, did the original Castlevania games also grant you 1-ups at certain point intervals? I've only played the classic Castlevania games once each. That was when I was basically doing a Castlevania marathon. Playing through all the classic ones. Because, well, I never grew up with them. I don't even know. Did the Castlevania games get released in Europe? I know that Final Fantasy, the first entry of that series, that was released over here in Europe was Final Fantasy VII. I'm not sure about Castlevania though. I mean, since I did grow up with a Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis for the US people, I was never able to play any of the Nintendo properties anyway. But yeah, it does make me curious whether or not Castlevania was like Final Fantasy, that, yeah, in Europe you just didn't get it. I know, Bear, you also don't know about it because you're way too young to remember that. You were never part of the Bit Wars. I mean, I don't have the ice weapon here, but this time I can fly over you! For I have enough MP! Are you certain, Jay, that you're not just, that you're not exaggerating here? How did I get a 1-up? Was it just a 1-up hidden there? That you would just get if you just topped here? Huh. That was weird. Yeah, I do remember that they scaled up the damage in the US version. In general, in the US market, oftentimes they did make games more difficult because they were incredibly scared of my computer screen turning off again. More on that later. The US or the publishers were frightened that people would just rent a game and beat it in a weekend, or in a rental basically. So they made games incredibly difficult in turn to prevent that. That's also why Battletoads is famously difficult. Huh. To me, it seemed in the original Castlevania you would just be pushed, you know, in the opposite direction of where you're walking. Because that's how it usually is in most games. Frogs! God damn it, Fleeman. Stop it! Fair enough. Most games are indeed not Castlevania. Unfortunately. You know what? It even dodged the first attack of the lightning bolt. God damn you, Fleeman. I mean, the frogs literally are just Fleeman, except larger. So there's that! They're not as small as Fleeman! Whoops, sorry, Jabal. Yeah, who in their right mind decided to make Fleeman as small as they are, especially in Symphony of the Night, where you can barely hit these freaking guys. Okay, this is gonna be interesting with only this little health left on Jewel. And right at the boss. But one of the time regarding my computer, like it. Yeah, I'll just do that. They are aggressive as hell now. That's good. I can actually dodge that or destroy that. My controller kind of tries to, or rather, my computer tries to turn off the computer screen every 15 more minutes or so of inactivity. Controllers are not considered activity. So last time I was playing this, since it was mapped on the controller, huh, okay. That's the first I see that. Yeah, since the controller was mapped on the keyboard, it didn't happen, but this time, now that it's recognized my controller immediately to begin with. Yeah, now I have to worry about my computer turning off. Extra difficulty! Wow, they have decreased that window of jumping up incredibly much. Bea? Oh god, please don't tell me that she's gotta stand up. Bea? Not right now. Okay? Be a good cow. So, let's hope that she's indeed not standing up. Good! Ow. That didn't help, though. Maybe I could have gotten in a 4th greedy hit, but why risk this, right? Speaking of greedy hit. Ow. No, fuck. I actually need these health bars. As I said, I need these health bars. I'm not gonna beat this boss with just basically one not cipher. Hell no. You really notice how you don't have Sangetsu in this team here. You know, your tank. But that's also something I wanted to point out, like in Castlevania 3, since the health bars, I'm pretty sure that they were not shared. Or, I mean, they were shared in Castlevania 3, unlike here where they are not shared. That means you just had versatility with having different party members. That, and you only had one party member rather than, or additional party member rather than 3 additional ones. So, yeah. In that game you only had versatility, whereas here you have versatility and way more life. Which is probably one of the reasons why this game is probably one of the easiest classic Castlevania games. Oh, hey! Cool. Oh, come on, really? Nah. Guess I'll deal with them that way, then. I mean, not that I need to destroy the candles, I could just bypass them too, but If they really give me the triple daggers twice, might as well, right? Okay, everybody's at full health. So that's good at least. I finally have the scythe. The less I make use of not scythe, the better. Aw, it's stuck in the wall here. Yeah, I need more MP, if anything. No, you could probably not stop the fireballs with a fire shield. It'd be funny as hell if you could, but you probably cannot. Uh-oh. Safe? I guess? Ah! Wrong buttons! Close enough. Could you please stop both spewing fire? It's kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. But I can't just hit that guy down there if he just keeps spewing fire because his mouth is wide open. Kind of feels like cheating, but I mean, the game allows it. Personally, it kind of feels like... I wouldn't say it feels unfair if both heads start spitting fire, because you can't do much outside of either flying away or missing out on the cycle because you were too afraid of getting close. Well, maybe you can outrun the upper head's fire, I don't know. But since you cannot jump over the gap with Miriam, you kind of have to use Jabal anyway and fly over. So might as well just use him and fly over the fire to begin with. Oop. The timing here is really fast. But I like it, since I mean, since this is probably supposed to be a higher difficulty mode, I do like that instead of just upping the enemy's attacks, like the damage they deal and the damage they take, I like how instead they update the bosses. Well, not so much the patterns, slightly. I mean, the previous, the second boss had a really greatly updated pattern. Well, not greatly, but you know what I mean. It was different enough that it tripped me up the first time, and the second time I tried it. That's how we're supposed to do difficulty modes, not just increase all the stats, but instead make the player actually think about what they're doing. Make it a different experience from normal mode, not just in how now there's no way out of thinking anymore, but also having to approach things differently. So you can't both play normal and a more difficult difficulty mode, and still get different experiences. That's something a lot of video games do not do, unfortunately. Because, I mean, admittedly it is just simpler to update the stats of the enemies. So I totally get that, but oftentimes that's what people or developers do. Now let's get the fire. I reconsidered. But when it comes to difficulty modes in general, I'm happy if they exist at all. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind if they don't exist. Like, for example, in Dark Souls, the old topic, if you believe that a game is... Like, with Dark Souls, it wouldn't feel like Dark Souls if it was any easier. Because, at least the original Dark Souls, it feels so oppressive because it is oppressively difficult and brutal. It doesn't care about you. And that's why a lot of people like it too. But on the other hand, I mean, people who aren't as good in video games, for them, an easier difficulty would still create the same experience. But now we get into the problem of, okay, I am a decently experienced player. Which difficulty is the one for me? How am I going to figure that out? I mean, one solution, kind of. Ah! Freaking stairs! They turned me around! Now, one sort of solution is to let you alter difficulty in the middle of gameplay. Like how the Etrian Odyssey games do it. As long as you're outside of a dungeon, you can change the difficulty from anything to anything. Which I really appreciate. For some reason I didn't expect this range to be this long. But, yeah, in general it would be better if you could alter the difficulty at all, like, outside of just an option slider. But as long as it's not called a difficulty mode, people, if they're clever enough, will always choose the way of least resistance, and maybe make the game way too easy due to that. Like assuming, like in Dark Souls, again, there actually is a way to make... Oh. Did you kill me? Yes, it did. Fuck. Yeah, Dark Souls, there is a way to not lose your souls upon death, which technically is an easy difficulty. But people will use it and then say, oh man, it's so easy because you don't even get penalized for dying outside of losing a couple of souls you need to get for crafting that ring. Because it's not a difficulty mode, yeah, people use it and then complain. The game's too easy. It's weird. Just not using that thing is also not an option because it's in the game. You're expected to use it, so you're using it, you know? What I'm saying is human psychology is weird. Huh. That's interesting. Wait, you get retries in Etrian Odyssey? I didn't actually know that. Like, only on easy or also on normal difficulty? I have everything already, yeah. Okay, that was weird. A pop-up for like a mail notification from Thunderbird just popped up and it robbed all control from me. I think I still have some configuration to do on my Linux system. Ah, okay, that's how it works. Yeah, in dungeons in Etrian Odyssey I usually play through expert mode, but for boss battles I usually switch to normal. But wow. I didn't remember that you actually get any retries. Not even though I do still die against bosses. Well, the character who collects it gets a full refill. That's nice. I thought if you get a max life up, you just gain the hearts you get, you know? Like the however much you gain, you just get healed by that, and apparently a bit for some characters. I don't know, because earlier with Miriam I noticed that she was slightly healed, but I didn't expect it would be a full heal. No, that guy did not give me a 1-up, he just gave me enough points for a 1-up. Also, I haven't mentioned how I hate wind. Wind in levels is just the worst. Or, in general, everything that messes with your expected behavior. Like, you used to get to walk a certain speed, but with the wind, now you're walking half speed in one direction and 1.5 times the speed in the other direction. And jumping, especially with mechanics like this game, whoops, where you can't correctly jump in the middle of the air. Yeah, messing with the controls is a dick move. Also dick move is just skipping the entire level. Right, that boss. Oh dear. Last time I only beat him through tanking everything. Let's see how this time things will turn out. Oh dear. Oh god! Okay, I'm terribly afraid of this dude all of a sudden. Okay. You know, considering this dude here throws lightning around all the time, I'm starting to wonder whether the ultimate lightning attack actually deals any damage to him. I mean, that would also be a really evil move, to give you the lightning spell right here, and then say, oh god. I meant to dash. Yeah, give you the ultimate lightning ability and then just say, nope, boss is immune. That would be evil. Thank goodness they didn't do that, but yeah, I still screwed up. That said, though, it doesn't seem like this boss has any new additions. At least it didn't seem to have any new attacks, for whatever that's worth. But now that I think about it, I do want to try my... Nah, this is good enough. Nah, good and... How did I dodge all of that? I do not know. Maybe I just should have done that to begin with. I don't know. I went the long path, hoping that I could gain some hearts, but I think I just lost hearts all in all. And by hearts, I clearly mean weapon energy. I mean, I said that I was used to the that I didn't get play the classic games until way later, but I still played a lot of Symphony of the Night. A lot of it. Like, everybody has their go-to game that they play when they're just either feeling down or just want to play something comfortable. For me, that's Sonic 3 Knuckles, Mega Mari, and Symphony of the Night. So... okay, let's try to analyze this guy, since I have game analysis as part of the title here, so better do that. Okay, so it seems that he always uses the blowing attack if he's on the left, and the other attack if he's on the right, like the slide into you attack. Okay, he slides directly to you, directly in front of you. That's also interesting. So you can't just stay in the center and prepare to hop over him. Unless that means that you have less time to jump over him. That's also possible. Either way, I'm terrible at executing this because wind is affecting my mechanics! Yeah. Okay, now it's gonna blow. He's gone from suck to blow! I mean, at least Jubel here is a good character in this boss battle here, since his bats traverse upwards and your enemy is in the air for the most part. Like, he's even better than Miriam, because Miriam can jump into this dude, which Jubel shouldn't, in theory. I mean, since he cannot jump as high as Miriam can, that should make things easier for Jubel. Again, we have different characters with different strength for the different boss battles. Yet probably none of these characters is absolutely required, just way better to use than some of the other characters. Like, you could also just spam not Sypha's this attack here. Hey! He did it! He beat the boss! So how do you dodge that? Also, sorry for the epilepsy here. Right, that's how you dodge it. I think that's the first time I'm seeing his victory animation. Because I never used this old dude. So sorry. He just doesn't have enough life. I'm fine with my weapon setup. I do like how, since they do show you what is contained within the candle outside of life, I suppose that's the only thing they don't show you. You can actively consider, do I want another sub-weapon for this character? Or do I just want to have more weapon energy? It's really nice. Did Square Enix show anything of interest? Outside of probably Kingdom Hearts, but I mean that's probably been shown in some other press conferences already. Although I do find it weird that that this attack up is just lying here. I mean, I'll take it. But it wasn't even hidden or anything. Yeah, it's also kind of weird how the ultimate magic that only one specific character can use has its own candle. It's kind of weird. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter collab. You know, it feels like all the bats do half damage, but combined they do triple damage to that. Or not triple, but 1.5 times damage of a regular attack. Or any other character's attack. However you want to put it. The perfect way to dodge an enemy. Just keep standing. Okay, that is weird though, that you can destroy this wall with a regular attack, but not with a sub-weapon. Stop backward jumping! Please! Uh-oh. Close, but no cigar. Also, somebody's close to dying. Uh-oh. This works! Right. Yeah, this definitely works. Goodbye, dudes. Yeah, that wasn't a particularly smart maneuver there, I totally admit that. I can pretend that that was totally what I intended. To dodge like that, but no, that was just lucky. Also, I feel like being cheap right now. Too close to death. I mean, sure, they give you one up here that kind of respawns. That's the weirdest thing, in my opinion, still in this game. That one-ups, if you lose an actual life and not just one character dies, that one-ups completely respawn. You got me good there, game. Uh-oh. I'll learn how to fight these bunny girls eventually, except I'm dead. I suppose Miriam is just good enough, huh? Yeah. I mean, you should think you would think so, that a woman is immune to the succubus-like demon. Not too bloody saw blades though. They're still super effective. Ah, nuts! I don't have the bat to fight the bats! I think I gained another one up though. You know what? Holy Cross! Ha! You fell into my trap! Or something like that. Yeah, apparently here you're just supposed to use the fire shield, but that works too. Sort of. Who needs the fire Who needs the fire shears anyway? Flaming shears. How are you supposed to kill that guy without dying yourself? That's one option, I guess. I'm right in front of the boss, aren't I? Well. Now watch me beat this boss. With the old man. This is not going to end well. You could almost say this will end in a bloodbath. But I'm not going to say that, because that would be dumb. What do you mean already said that? Well, I suppose so. Please don't make it rain right now. Wow, that animation was quick this time around, wasn't it? I think I got way more time for that than normal. Or maybe I just missed the initial part of your queue there. That might be it. Yeah, I do want something better than just a dagger. That's fine. No! Yeah! I do not deserve to be alive, but I'll take it. Wow. Clutch survival there. Sure, let's take the fire shield. I want to... I have to go that way. No, I could go down. It came from the left, dude. Yeah, I'll keep what I currently have for the boss. I mean, what's the alternatives? Getting a second, like getting a clone, and getting an ice weapon. I don't think either of these would work particularly well. Screw you too. I suppose just hitting with him, that guy with all the bats, works. Ah, fucking stairs! They keep doing that. You want to duck in the stairs, just make you stand instead. That's why stairs are the worst enemy in any Castlevania game. Nah. There we go. I can almost hit the boss with Jabella, but if I keep getting hit like that, I'm not gonna be able to do that for long. Why did you laugh? What's your plan? Uh-oh. Yeah, I do believe she does use your attack fairly fast in this difficulty mode here. Oops. I probably should switch, just in case. Sure, let's hit that one. Uh-oh. I said uh-oh, but it still didn't have the time. And, I mean... this seems like a terrible idea. So let's never use it ever again. Okay, right, the umbrellas would block the knives. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't want to stand under the... oh god. You wouldn't want to particularly stand under the lowest umbrella in case it starts moving again. Ow! Crud. Because with Miriam is the only person who could, in theory, dodge... ah, screw it, let's just die with everybody. Miriam is the only character who could, in theory, stay below the umbrella, but I would believe that her slide moves way too fast for it. Nah, I don't want the knives. I want to try my luck at another lantern with the scythe. Speaking of the sub-weapons, though, something that I meant to talk about way earlier is how it kind of feels in this game that you get a lot... like, it feels like there are less sub-weapons in a way. And at the same time, you still have a lot more versatility with your sub-weapons in this game because you have multiple characters. That's interesting. Because you have multiple characters who all can have one sub-weapon at a time. Instead of just two characters who might even share a pool of sub-weapons, really. Like, everybody here in this game has exactly 3 sub-weapons, but all of the well, except for Jabel, but, I mean, he is Alucard, so... he may only have the bad, and in all honesty, would you take anything else if you had the option? Admit it, you would still keep the... you would still keep the bat. Probably. Depending on what the other sub-weapons are, I suppose. But, yeah, in Castlevania, like in Castlevania 3, I mean, especially, I think you have like 5 sub-weapons? You have the knives, the axe, the holy water, and I can't think of anything. Did you have the Bible before Symphony of the Night? I think you do. But I'm not entirely sure. I think Richter had the Bible. But did you have it in Final Fantasy? Castlevania 3? I don't think you had. What about the other sub-weapons you had in Castlevania 3? Or 1 and 2 for that matter. Well, not so much 2, but... Oh. Fucking stairs! Nice. Crud. There we go. Yeah, I think you had like 5 sub-weapons in Castlevania 3, so you had more weapons with your main character, but in the end, in this game, due to having 4 characters, but like you have 10 sub-weapons, each character having a pool of 3, well, most of them. and you have 4 sub-weapons at your disposal at a time, which is a lot more versatility than in Castlevania 3, even if it might not feel like it. I thought she was going to use her... Uh-oh. That. Oh, really? Already the bad spot, the battle just started. I probably shouldn't go as aggressive as I am, but... I kind of don't have a choice if I'm playing this badly. Okay. No rain, that's good. Now there's rain. That's not good. Wow! God damn! Wow! I had it terrible this time around. Well, let's try that again. Also, I do want to know how many hit points I lost due to stairs alone. Okay, so the very end, the very last lantern has... Red? I bet that I would really like to kill. Yeah, the very last lantern has the scythe that I want. Although I could look here immediately, I guess. Much better. Now I don't have to be careful not to accidentally destroy the scythe. Uh-oh. Let's deal with these dudes here first and foremost. Actually, let's get that candle because otherwise I'll die, and I'm just taking it like crazy now. That's so lovely. And I don't have anybody to blame but myself. Ow! Really? That thing hit me? I'm going to use Jabal. I need him. He's rather good in this battle since he can hit the boss from the first umbrella already. And he can attack the floating orbs rather easily. Like that. For some reason I expected her raid attack already, despite her using another... You know what, I'm just gonna stay down here now. There you have it. I expected it! Ha! Jabella's at 1 life. Lovely. Uh-oh. Ah! Why did it start moving right now? Oh dear. Also, the rain does a lot of damage. That doesn't help either. And so does the fire shield, apparently. So if I can hear it just a little... Rain! And the fire shield can make these, the umbrellas just stay in place, which is really good. you need that for the rain. Okay. That's rain. That's death. Wow. That boss seems a lot more difficult all of a sudden. Like, I'm pretty sure she's faster is the problem. By problem, I mean just what I have troubles with. In general, though, like, speeding up a boss is something I like for higher difficulties, as long as it's not done in ridiculous amounts. By ridiculous amounts, I mean something like the speed the bosses in... oh, fuck. In Wings of Wii acting. God, that game was just ridiculous. For all the wrong reasons. And it started out so well, too. And then it just became, can you do this boss battle without any single mistake? Or that's a complete sequence without any single mistake. For 2 or 3 minutes. No, thank you. I mean, sure, that game had its fans, but I'm not one of them. Also, die bats, you don't belong in this world. You know, considering I had this many problems against the bats, you'd think I'd have used the fire shield against them a lot earlier than this. Okay, so how did I do it last time that these dudes here didn't hit me? Not like that, certainly. Yeah, no, I have no clue. They just hit me now. Also stairs. Beware of them. And being too close to enemies, that too. Oh, speaking of, there's the next one. Ah, didn't expect the hammer to go this far. Really? Oh no. I mean, yes for the one-up, but no for the getting the life of the wrong character. Okay, let's see how much, how well I can do this boss battle if I just go nuts with sub-weapons. Like, let's just do this here. Use Jabel for keeping the umbrella in place, and for possibly hitting some of the projectiles, and just keep using Miriam for the actual attacking part. Keeping the umbrella where it is currently is not a good idea, but it's where it is now. Uh-oh, that's rain, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this difficulty mode you kind of always want to have the... Uh-oh. Nice! You kind of always want to have the second umbrella just lined up in case of rain. And I'm expecting rain to appear any time now, so... I do love how the bats just barely miss her when you're jumping with Jabal. Uh-oh. Now I'm getting careless. Doesn't matter! I did it! How are you supposed to dodge that? Or are you just supposed to dodge that part here, which I did because I didn't get on top of the umbrella. Whatever. I don't need the life, I still have 6. Please completely ignore that I lost at least 3 lives against this boss here. I think it's more like 4 even. But I gained 1, so net 3 loss? And 1 life was technically lost against a bat. Wow! Which Castlevania song is this again? Like, that opening tune really sounded like, I think, Vampire Killer? It's either Vampire Killer or the other one, which I can't remember the name of at all right now. Blood Your Tears. I never remember which one is which, but that song here certainly sounds like it. Also, I believe I can... no? I thought I could hit this guy here from down here, but apparently not. That works. You know, speaking of Castlevania again though, I am kind of missing the backdash. That pretty much... I think it was introduced in the Metroidvanias, wasn't it? I think Ellicott was the first character with a backdash. Or was it Victor who had the first backdash? I don't entirely remember. I would believe both. Can Jabal hit it? Yes, he can. Go, my bats! Do my evil bidding. Also, I'm totally not a vampire. Seriously, why does he have bats exactly? I mean, even Ellicott didn't have bats. That's the funny thing here. Ellicott, the vampire, just threw some balls. Jabal, the not... I mean, he might be a vampire for all I know. Okay. You know when I wanted to know whether bats can have flaming wheels? Apparently they can. Right. Alright, the actual axe armors do axes did not come back. But you can still destroy them with your whip in theory if he ever throws them low. I mean, I can just do that too, you know, dude? The frog okay, he can. I just thought the frog was unable to get down here. You know, if you don't want to come closer, I can just destroy that skeleton up there. I have no problems with that. At all. Alright. You need the ice weapon here to get through the golem at the right there. Which is kind of weird considering they just gave you the... Okay. I thought my bats just literally burnt up. It's kind of weird since they just gave you the ultimate magic and now they're saying, well, better should have kept the ice weapon or get it right here. Give up your ultimate magic for a shortcut. And I'm gonna do it because I do actually like the ice weapon. Whee! I don't think I can hit that gap there with... I can, okay. It is nice that these candles are in attacking range, but at the same time... Well, I mean, they're enemies, technically, so... If I had designed the game, probably would have made them just obstacles rather than enemies. The candles, I mean. So beware the instant death of the picture. Then again, it is dead quick enough that you don't really have to carry about it. Carry about it? What? Who's Carrie anyway? Jim Carrey? Now I'm imagining Jim Carrey in this game, and I just don't know. I don't know, period. I don't know, I'm kind of sound like a broken record, but I do love how all the characters can just be used so well in different situations, even within the same room. And all thanks to actually being able to switch at a moment's notice. And without it taking 5 seconds. Can I even destroy that to the right there? Not as a bat. Can I freeze it? No. That was kind of what I was thinking. Kind of destroyed with the axe. How would you have to jump though? Since the axe is incredibly delayed. Oh. Not like that, not with your whip. And you cannot jump once you've... No? Maybe they're just trolling you. Maybe you need Zangetsu as well. I don't know. Well, I've used up all of my MP, so... And I've lost my Holy Cross, so I need to get that back too. Good enough. Yeah, just some points apparently. I'll take it. I mean, I'm alive. Also, being able to transform in mid-jump is kind of breaking this game a little. But just a little. This breaks it even more. Like, why would they allow you to do this? I mean, I'm glad they do, because you can really easily cheese some parts, but on the other hand, you could really cheese some stuff. I'll take that. I'm really not sure whether I'm design-wise a fan of the disappearing blocks or not. Especially with as stiff of a... you can even transform out of knockbacks. Did you know that? Jabal, stop breaking the game, please. All the platforming segments, anyway. Yeah, those disappearing blocks, like... They're timing puzzles, sure. But I think there's better timing puzzles than disappearing blocks. Of course, I can't name any of them right off the top of my head, because... But still, it just feels like... I mean, at the very least, in these sequences here in this game, you can always see the entirety of them. But especially in games like Mega Man, where sometimes you can see the beginning to plan things out, and from then on it just becomes, okay, can I quickly enough jump to where the next one's going to appear? That's where I definitely don't like them, especially when they don't tell you in advance. Like in this game, the parts, the spaces where the disappearing blocks will appear in, they do, what's the word? Well, they basically tell you in advance by shaking a little. Which is nice, definitely. But like in Mega Man games, it often enough appears that, oh yeah, we start by showing you where you can actually what the disappearing blocks are, but the sequence goes on for that long that eventually you can't, like, you couldn't plan it out in advance anymore because you're gone for so far that it was off screen. That's where I definitely don't like it, because now it just becomes a quick a reaction kind of puzzle, especially when the which is especially bad if okay. Which is especially bad if they don't tell you where the things are being in advance. Uh-oh. God, that guy's fast. He definitely wasn't that fast in normal difficulty. Also, I believe he didn't like me destroying all of his weapons before they were even on screen. Ow. He just continues with this attack. Nice. I appreciate this. Ow. Uh-oh. 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 Crud! Well, they do give you enough time to go from one end to the other, so that's good. Although I do call bullshit on that attack just sitting me there, but wow. Darn. For as fast as this boss is, as little life does he have? Huh. I think that's fine. It's I can make bosses in various different designs. You can make damage sponges, which are generally bad because it just takes forever and becomes boring if the boss overall is too easy. Oh, nice. We can do the final stage. Nice! Ah! Okay. Sweet. Oh, do we split up now? Oh dear. I cannot switch. Oh, that's interesting. Also, nice looking stage. No, I'll keep what I have. If I wanted to say something before that, I completely lost my train of thought. Also, I'm jumping way too early now. Also, my computer screen is turning off again. God damn it! No, but yeah, I didn't mean you. No need to worry. Also, I'm not talking to you, so, well, now I am, I suppose. Later, alright, Mia? How can you reach that lantern here? Without sub-weapons, preferably, because it... I mean... Okay! I just wanted to say, it probably contains, magic, like, weapon energy, so you would be making a loss by trying to open that, but now it could hit the life, so... Okay, that staircase is not there. I mean, sure that these dots here are the stairs, I know, but it is barely visible at all. Which might have been the intention, I don't know. Also, mini-boss time! What was a mini-boss? Oh no! We actually have to do a stage with him! No! I think I'll keep the... Nah, I think the fire is better. No. I said fire is better, not clones are better. That's why. Kind of seemed like I was immune to the flames there, but I did not want to figure that out. Also, hello, Tilly. I cannot hit that up there. I could probably with the ice weapon, so I'm assuming that there was another... That's a clone. And that's the ultimate magic. Which I could definitely not reach with a clone. Uh-oh. Yeah, you know what? Screw MP, I'm just, I do not want to fall into the fire. I mean, with Miriam, you have enough control, and she has a good enough weapon, so you can, she can fight for herself. Also, really? Another clone? Yeah, no, the clone still sucks unless that counts as 2 hits, which it might. Oh well. Glad that part is over. But here we just get an accuracy test, I suppose. Can you survive through here by hitting enough lanterns, except, yes. Okay, that's just another bunny girl kind of enemy that jumps high into the air and you try to hit him. Except not nearly as lovely looking. Okay. I just thought, wait, did I maybe miss some stuff here? Some health or something? Okay. No sub-weapons for this battle, but, well, my bats did good enough already. That part was interesting though. I like it when you have a group and you split up. Like, okay, on one hand, I don't like it because now you have to use the worst characters ever. But on the other hand, better. On the other hand, I also do like that kind of thing because now you have to mix up your playstyle in a way that is not just, yeah, we're gonna mess with your mechanics. Like, you can always play with all these characters. You might just not do that because you don't like them. Also, game, can you please give me some life? I kind of need it. Also, some flaming wheels or some ice. That would be lovely. Really? Oh, come on, game. I don't want the clone. Don't make the old man even worse than he already is. Also, I'm full on MP to begin with. I'll take it. Oh, we are having another one-up cycle, like an infinite loop. What is a man? Ew. Ew. So whoever you do not enter this with, oh. Or do you have to play as Miriam? I wonder now. Let me try to enter this as Jeeble. Oh, maybe that's why they're hanging so high. You're only supposed to be getting sub-weapons with Miriam. Oh. That's interesting. But I do assume that the weapons are always the same. Really, game? Thanks, though. Now I know that I should just pick up the last one, and yeah, this is definitely a Miriam-only battle. Interesting. Like, that's why they're only giving you stuff for Miriam. My scythe is better than your scythe. I take it back! Yours is better! Oh wow, what the? Oh, okay. That is neat! Your characters are actively taking part in this battle and you have to use them as meat shields! Of sorts. That is neat! And they're giving you an infinite life loop so you cannot possibly lose this battle! Yeah. That I don't think is all too neat. I mean, sure, it's nice that you're giving you infinite lives, but on the other hand, I mean, yeah, if you enter this as somebody else, just switches you over to Miriam. Now the portrait is around her. Or the portrait frame is around her, rather. Okay, so you have to oh god, I'm doing terrible. Unsurprisingly. Okay, he is... Okay. You always have to take an eye on... or keep an eye on the other characters to see if they get up, so you know what's the next attack. Oh, okay, so the Nut Vampire turns into a couple of bats, so you can use them as a platform. That's nice. I'm starting to wonder if I should take the triple knife instead, so I have a high attack. Does he always attack 3 times or not? Okay. Maybe don't send right below him. Now he dashes an unspecified number of times, up to 3 times possibly. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a good spot. God damn it, sword! Well, this is a nice battle. I do like it. It is just frantic enough that it keeps you on your toes, but everything has a clear path. Well, everything is still what's the word? Like, everything has its specific animation, so you know in advance what's going to happen. Assuming you're quick enough, anyway. I mean, that's generally how bosses go when they get more difficult and come faster. So you have to see the signs even faster as well. Yeah, I'm feeling the cross might not be the best weapon right now, since what's his face, Sangetsu. Every time! Yeah, Sangetsu is in the air an awful lot. That was just dumb. And he's also standing in the corners an awful lot, and if he's standing in the corners, you only hit him once with your scythe. This time I actually noticed how Jabel was standing up, but uh-oh. What am I supposed to do? I can see, oh, I guess I'm just supposed to defend, yeah. Unlimited clones! Oh my. Huh. That was... that was quick! I did not expect that. Like, that... It was just over! Could have taken something more, like, could have been a little bit more dramatic, but anyway, thus the new era of darkness came to an end. However, their failure to save their allies' life weighed heavily upon their heart. Wait, we did? Oh, did it do something wrong? In the end, they had only enough power to save a soul. May this land and his soul know true peace. Is this the bad ending? Did it do something wrong? Am I supposed to beat this game without losing a single life to get the good ending? I don't know, maybe I have to. But isn't Sangetsu also, like a... I think he's a playable character, like I think he's player character number 2 or something like that. Like for a secondary mode or something? For Ritual of the Moon, of course. In Curse of the Moon, he is kind of the main character. Anyway, really, I just gotta state how great this game here plays. Like the controls, sure they're stiff, but they're the right kind of stiff, like the stiff, but precise. When you jump, you know exactly how far you jump. There's no buts about it. Like, if you mess up your jump, it's because you screwed up. It's that kind of stiff, like, and good control. Also, the game looks amazing. And the music's also good. Like, the total package of this game is really good. Although I have to kind of point out how this game feels a lot easier than the classic Castlevania games. This is definitely... Megagatsu! Would it be Sangen Man? Probably more like Rokugetsu in Japanese. Anyway, I am over-explaining this joke now, so let's stop that. In general, I think I'm gonna end the stream for now. It's late enough anyway. But I'm not done with the game yet. Like, you do remember how there is one more unlockable mode. I know that it does not have anything to do with saving Zangetsu here. I don't even know if that's possible or anything. But, yeah. I will be unlocking this mode here next time I stream this game. Which might be the next stream already. Which might not be tomorrow because, don't have time for that. But yeah. I kind of wish this game had a music room so I could start the streams with music from the game. But the opening theme here is also really good. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so that's the perfect time to just end the stream here. And certainly thank you all guys for watching, and see you next time.